This week, we talk about the latest Deadpool and Wolverine rumors. We talk about another wave of leaked photos from the set of James Gunn's Superman movie. And we bring you a list of trailers that were released this past week. Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse. Warning.
Red alert.
Ay, 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 ay!
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
That's the emergency alert.
This episode is full of spoilers for some of the latest and greatest nerdy movies and shows.
Spoilers.
Listener discretion is advised. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse podcast. I'm Billy Taylor.
And I'm Taylor Oxner.
And this week we're back to talk about some of the latest and greatest things happening out there in the pop culture universe. But before we jump into all that, Taylor, what have you been nerding out about this week, man?
This week I've been reading the Amazing Spider-Man's The Clone Conspiracy.
Oh, nice.
It's the most recent Miles Warren clone thing. It's been pretty cool. I like the Doc Ock angle
Oh, nice.
that's in it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm trying to think, other than the most current stuff, the last Spider-Man that I really got into was Superior Spider-Man. Did you read all those issues?
Oh, yeah, I have all of that.
Yeah, those were so good. And it almost felt like a cop-out the way we got Peter back, but I'm glad we got Peter back.
I don't know. I felt like it ended the right way.
Yeah, no, I agree. It just seemed like, oh, he was in there all along. Like, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there were glimpses throughout the series of him being there.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong, that's not to say I didn't thoroughly enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my nerding out right now, I guess it has to do with some shirts I got for my birthday that finally delivered a couple weeks late. I sent you some pictures. They're pretty funny. There was 5 of them, and one of them, imagine the 90s Lisa Frank art, but it has Jar Jar Binks and it says Misa Frank.
Yeah, I love that.
It's so funny. And another one, it's kind of a silhouette of Magneto's helmet, and it says Magneto was right. I like that one. There's one, it's Star Wars font, and it says the Riz is strong with this one.
Jeez.
There's one with, it's the Silver Surfer dressed like Marty McFly, and he's riding on a surfboard-length hoverboard, and it says Back to the Cosmos. I kind of like that one, too. Oh, and then the last one was, it's Uncle Jesse playing guitar, and it says Jesse and the Rippers, and it looks like an old school band shirt.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, I'm nerding out about some shirts this week. Can't wait to wear those out. Well, hey, let's jump into the news. Starting with Marvel this week. It sounds like later this week, and by the time you guys are listening to this, maybe it already happened, but we're supposed to be getting a Captain America Brave New World trailer. So that's kind of cool. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't really see that coming, but then again, on the other hand, it kind of goes hand in hand with the fact that, I guess, a couple months ago, McDonald's, they kind of went ahead and released some Captain America Brave New World toys with their Happy Meals, and the only reason it came out so early is because of a contract they had for those Happy Meal toys, and then the movie got pushed back a couple times, but the contract didn't change, so they went ahead and released their toys anyway.
Yeah, the plushies. Yeah, we got
yeah.
all of them.
Oh, nice.
It was all Diamondback. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yep. But yeah, we're finally going to get a trailer for that, and I'm pretty excited about it. Oh, this one was kind of cool, and I know you were a little excited to see, but it sounds like Giancarlo Esposito, the character he's going to be in the MCU, was revealed, and he's going to be the character G.W. Bridge, George Washington Bridge, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a S.H.I.E.L.D. character who's in the X-Force comic is trying to track down X-Force because they're considered a terrorist group.
Yeah.
But I have his action figure still.
Nice.
He's one of my favorites. I hope he does like the flat top white haircut with the goatee. I think that'd be awesome.
Yep. Now, X-Force in the MCU, is that what, on the Deadpool 2 movie, is that what he called his little team, X-Force?
Yeah, and it had like a really, really comic accurate looking Shatterstar.
Yep.
And who looked ridiculous, and then Domino. Yeah, it's not. I hope we get an X-Force that's not that team.
Yeah.
Because I think that's like a really interesting book.
Yeah.
And it's had several variations that have all been fairly good. So.
Yeah. It will be interesting to see if anything coming out of this new Deadpool movie is what brings him about.
Yeah.
Well, as of us recording this, yesterday, we got a handful of new trailers, and one of those trailers was Agatha All Along. We finally got a trailer, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it looks pretty good. I had no idea what to expect from this show, being a spinoff, from WandaVision and all that, but it actually looks kind of awesome. It shows Agatha in her, she's under a spell, and she doesn't really know who she truly is, and it starts with, there's a car accident, and she's called to the crime scene, and she's wearing, FBI looking clothes and a badge. So I guess in this spell, that's her persona, and things start happening, and she just starts seeing flashes of her real life, and it just looks pretty good. The internet not only had a trailer, but they wrote a synopsis, and I'll read that to you. It's real short here. It says, in Agatha All Along, the infamous Agatha Harkness finds herself down and out of power after a suspicious goth teen helps break her free from a distorted spell. Her interest is piqued when he begs her to take him on the legendary Witch's Road, which is a magical gauntlet of trials that, if survived, rewards a witch with what they're missing. Together, Agatha and this mysterious teen pull together a desperate coven and set off down the road. Yeah, trailer looks good. It's going to come out in September, and it looks perfect for the Halloween season right before October gets here.
So it's Wiccan, right?
Well, I don't know. Because the kid in the trailer didn't look like one of Wanda's kids, but it could be. I don't know. It didn't really allude to who the kid was.
Does he have dark hair?
He did have darker hair.
Skinny.
Kind of skinny.
In the front.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Wiccan.
That'd be cool.
I'm almost 100% certain.
Yeah. Well, over with Deadpool. So Ryan Reynolds and the showrunners of Deadpool have already stated a handful of times that nothing that happens in this new movie is going to take away from the ending that we got in the Logan movie. But some recent set photos showed Deadpool fighting TVA agents in the forest where Logan died and where he was buried. And the funny part is the weapon he's using to fight against them looks like Wolverine's adamantium bones.
Oh, gosh.
So that's kind of a nod to say, look, this movie happened. In fact, here we are, and I'm using his corpse to fight off these bad guys.
Jeez.
So if that turns out to be true, that's pretty funny. But hey, these are set photos, not just some typed out rumor. So
yeah.
There's also another rumor that popped up recently that Henry Cavill is going to show up as a variant of Wolverine in this movie. That one just started circulating this week.
Yeah. I remember hearing something about Henry Cavill and Wolverine, but we didn't really know what it was.
Yeah, they keep putting all these pretty Wolverines out, man.
Yeah, I'm wondering who we're finally going to get.
Yeah, I sent you a meme the other day. It was an AI-generated meme of Danny DeVito as Wolverine, and the caption they put was, "This is the first time AI has ever done anything important for me." That was pretty funny.
It's awesome.
Let's see. Over with Spider-Man, there's a little bit of rumors going on that Spider-Man 4, when we finally get this movie, it's going to be the first one without the word home in the title, because it's going to start the beginning of a new Spider-Man trilogy that's going to be set apart from that original trilogy. So that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then with a little bit more Spider-Man news, Spider-Man Noir is coming soon, starring Nicolas Cage as the character he played in the animated Across the Spider-Verse. And the news that came out recently was from an interview that he did, and it sounds like this series is going to be 8 episodes long and full of all kinds of different monsters. So that makes it sound kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll just be the typical bad guys we think of, but a more noir, monstery version of them.
Well, I mean, are we going to see, like, Hammerhead?
Oh, that would make
and,
sense.
Like, characters like that.
Yeah, more gangster-style characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. This sounds like it could wind up being super campy, but I'm kind of excited to see it.
Is it another Sony thing?
It's actually going to be on Prime, so I don't know. Maybe. Probably, though, now that I think about it, because of who owns all the rights and everything.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, over with DC, we got another wave of leaked photos from the new Superman movie. The first few showed a mob of people running terrified away from the city limits of Metropolis, which is obviously going to indicate some kind of bad guy or some kind of disaster.
Yeah.
But the most interesting photo that I saw was there was Superman standing on the streets and someone carrying over this squirrel, this real life squirrel. And the big rumor is that the squirrel is going to be the tiny little squirrel Green Lantern named Chip. And everyone's like, we all know how James... You know, I was thinking Badge as well, but what they wrote in this article that I read was Chip. And because isn't Badge, it's like BD''G. Well, this one they wrote CH''P. So maybe there's more than one squirrel Green Lantern.
Apostrophe P?
Yeah, I literally thought Badge too, and then...
Oh, yeah, here he is right here.
Yeah. But the big rumor is everyone's like, you know how James Gunn loves, his talking raccoons and talking animals and whatnot? Of course he threw in this talking squirrel Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And this could be a big red herring, but there was 100% a trained squirrel in the scene. People were literally carrying it over to Superman to do the scene. And yeah, I think that'd be kind of a fun move if they put that in there.
Yeah.
Another rumor right now is that Millie Alcock, who was recently cast as the live-action Supergirl in the upcoming DCU movies, the rumor is that she just arrived on set in Cleveland where they're filming the Superman movie, so we might get a glimpse of her in this movie before it's over too. Yeah. And for fans of House of the Dragon, she did an awesome job in season 1, so I'm excited to see her play this character.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another big rumor right now is that a Lobo movie is in development, and all the fans, are saying, we gotta get Jason Momoa to finally be Lobo. That would be so awesome. And I feel like I agree with that. Formerly Aquaman.
He has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to be.
Yeah. He's wanted it for a while, and he totally looks the part.
Yeah, absolutely. That's who I would pick. Either him or Marty.
Yeah. I see it. That's amazing. A little bit of sad news, depending on, your thoughts, I guess. But the Arkham Asylum show that was going to take place in Matt Reeves' The Batman world, well, that spinoff has been shot dead. It's not going to happen anymore.
Big surprise.
Yeah. And the final thing with DC this week is that Zack Snyder recently tweeted that his Snyder Cut of the Justice League movie is going to be making its way to the theaters. So yeah, if you want to see that movie on the big screen, I guess that's happening.
There's a part of me that wants to.
Yeah.
But it's also so long.
It is very long.
And it just kind of ends and you don't get any kind of resolution.
No, this is very long. Not, Endgame is so long. This is way longer than that. I wonder if they'll do an intermission.
I mean, I bet I could leave that theater multiple times to use the restroom.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't affect my viewing of that movie.
Yeah. Well, over with Star Wars. So we're back on track of recording, and last week we recorded a day late, which made us able to talk about The Acolyte. So this week we haven't seen episode 6 yet because we're back on track to our normal recording schedule, so we will talk about some more Acolyte next week. So the only thing I really have for Star Wars this week is there's an image that leaked online, and it's a brand new Lego set from the new Skeleton Crew series that's going to be coming out starring Jude Law as a former Jedi. And all it really leaked was what his character's name is going to be and what his ship is called, and it looks pretty cool. But the ship's called the Onyx Cinder, and the character's name is Jod, J-O-D. So yeah, that tells nothing.
Jod.
Yeah, Jod. That doesn't tell us anything about the show, but I guess we have his character's name and the name of a ship.
It's pronounced Jod.
Yeah. One of my favorite memes.
Yes.
All right, so The Boys, season 4, episode 6. Are y'all caught up on The Boys yet?
I am one behind.
Okay.
But we can go ahead and talk about it.
Well, this one, there's a lot of undercover stuff happening. Huey disguises himself as their world's version of Spider-Man called Web Weaver, and he breaks into this big meeting between all the, the bad soups and the rich corrupt politicians and blah blah blah, and this episode gets really messed up in The Boys fashion. Let's just say Huey gets extremely assaulted and stuff goes down, and in the end Homelander, he's about to get upset, but the Firecracker character let's just say she comes equipped with his favorite snack, and all is well. So there's only 2 episodes left, and this show is getting crazier and crazier, and I really hope we get some resolution of what the heck is going on inside of Butcher's head. And I'm wondering if that gets cured, if he's gonna be fine, or is that what's causing him to be dying, or if he's gonna still die by the end of the series.
Yeah. Is it next season will be the last season?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what they do. I hope they do another Gen V season.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to. I know one of the lead actors died. The young guy, I can't think of his character's name right now, but we'll see what they do with that in light of that situation.
Oh, dang, I didn't even know, I don't think.
Yeah, I wish I could think of that character's name right now. The young, tall guy who was kind of dating the girl who could suggest things to you and make you do them.
Oh, yeah.
Which also, she showed up, her and another character from that show showed up in this most recent episode. Or maybe it was one episode before, I can't remember. But that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, and we had another big reveal that I can't remember if I said it on here to you or if I said it to my wife because we watched the show together. But spoiler alert, the character, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character, 100% was all in his head the whole time. He was never there. And
yeah.
Did I say that to you or did I say it to my wife? I can't remember where
Your
I said
wife.
it. Okay. It's because he's never doing something and he's never physically doing something. He's never talking to anyone else that's around. And I said to my wife, it'd be crazy if he's in his head just like his wife's character. And then sure enough, boom. But yeah, that show continues to be crazy. Same with House of the Dragon. Man, they keep doing stuff that you don't see coming. Go watch that one as well. Episode 4 was great. Oh, this one you probably saw. Did you see that John Cena has announced he's retiring in 2025 from the WWE?
Yeah, he has one last WrestleMania.
Yes.
Which is sad.
Yeah, have to watch it. I mean, you won't see him, but he's going to be there.
Yeah, well, like he was the big guy of the PG-13 era there.
Yeah.
And they're about to like go in a more adult lane.
Yeah.
That's the new wave, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Last week we talked about this Hellboy the Crooked Man movie that we had no idea was coming. But earlier this weekend, they released a trailer for that. You can go out there, find it on YouTube. And, I mean, as far as trailers go, it looks interesting. I want to watch it, but we all know how these things can be. So I'll leave my judgment on the table till I see it. But again, the trailer makes it appear to be worth a watch. So, yeah, I'll check it out.
Right on.
And then the final thing here for this week, for fans of The Umbrella Academy, we know that season 4 is coming. It's coming August 8th, and it's going to be the last season. And the trailer came out for that earlier this week as well. And yeah, it just shows all these different kind of situations happening. We're finally going to see what's up with all these different timelines and merge everything back into the Prime timeline and all that jazz. And it has Nick Offerman in it, so that's making it look good.
Just hoping they like wrap everything up, knowing that this is the last season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I hope he doesn't just end everything, because I could see how it could all end very, very badly.
Yeah.
And they don't fix anything. And so, like, it's one of those where I'm, like, teetering on nervousness of how it will end.
Yeah, and it's taken so long to get here, and they've been advertising so much about how this is the final season. So, yeah, hopefully they've taken that into consideration and written a pretty good ending for it.
Yeah. I'm going to have to rewatch all of them to even remember anything, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because they've been so, like you said, they've been so far apart from each other.
Yeah.
That it's kind of been a little, I just don't remember.
I remember last season thinking that, and then Netflix put out a pretty good recap beforehand. So I started thinking, oh, I'm just going to watch this and then watch the new one. So hopefully they do something like that for this new one too.
Yeah.
The older I get and busier I get, it's so hard for me to go back and watch all the things I want to, especially twice.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Well, hey, that is all the news for the week. Again, last week, I think we mentioned we've got not a lot happening right now. I think the next big thing on the list for us is Casey Retro in August, so stay tuned for more news about that when it gets closer to time. But as for us here at the Taylorverse, I've been Billy Taylor.
And I'm Taylor Oxner.
And come back next week, guys. Same Taylor time, same Taylor channel.
Bye, guys.
Bye.